Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. Frog, what's going on, man? First time I'm early. Well, welcome to the beginning of the stream instead of halfway through it. Today we are doing a continuation of our commercial nights. We landed in Mexico. It was not last week. I accidentally fell asleep and slept through my stream last week. I was awfully tired. And then I had a trip to get up for the next morning, so unfortunately we didn't get to do that stream. So we are about 2 weeks since our last one now. So we're continuing on from Mexico here, Mexico City, Mexico. And we're going to be heading down to, I think it's Merida International in Merida, Mexico. Just to the west of Cancun. There was an event on which had coverage, and then now, of course, as soon as we decided to do this, everybody's offline. It looks like Mexico City Airport here has somebody on approach trying to test some software, so he's kind of coming and going. We may have coverage there, but at the moment, we may be out of luck. It's the unfortunate part about, you know, since we've been flying out of the United States here, the coverage has not been nearly as frequent, although actually right now the United States hardly has any coverage itself, just the Northeast up in Maine and Boston. So really, it doesn't really matter where we're flying right now. Although looking at the VATSIM radar there, it would have been a fun night to be down near that, is it a hurricane yet, or is it still just a tropical depression? I'm not entirely sure. One thing we will do real fast while I'm thinking about it is get Atlanta loaded up, so that you guys have that toolbar. And yeah, currently I've got Dev, Eddie, and Ron. Oh, of course you would be installing. Why, Valanta, would you actually just work? So if you guys will give me one moment here to get this set up for you, because we did do a poll, and it seems like everybody does enjoy, well, about 2/3 of everyone enjoys having that status bar at the top of the screen. So we're going to fly most flights with it on commercial nights, and then occasionally we won't have it. Let's take a look. OBS, where are you? There you are. And we'll reload the Valanta source. I meant to do this a minute ago, and I forgot to do it. How long will this flight take? It's got a block time. I think it was an hour and 45 minutes or so. Refresh. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you not working, Valanta? Fresh. There we go. Okay, it worked that time. About an hour and 25. Yeah, is that airtime or scheduled block time is an hour and 55, but airtime is always a little shorter. Block time kind of encompasses getting set up and ready to go. A little before I eat dinner. Yep, there you go. Alright, I'm going to hop back into Discord here, get everything started in the aircraft, and we'll get rolling. Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Okay, let's see here. My flights, the gates here are hilarious. I don't know if you saw it really, but they just float in the air. And it tilts down so far that we got one wheel of the airway, or jetway, just sitting on the ground right there. I don't know. We definitely need a scenery for Mexico City.
Still better than Salt Lake City.
Well, Salt Lake is not the worst, but it's one of the worst. Lexington is the worst one I've ever seen, where it's just gates. No terminal.
I'm pretty happy here where I am at Mexico at the moment. It looks pretty good, decent. The gates work at least.
Well, you're on X-Plane though, aren't you?
Yeah, still, but
yeah, that helps. All right, 156 people planned. We have sorry, that is cargo. We have 5,000. Let's call it 200 pounds of cargo and 14,600 pounds of fuel. Let's go to our overhead here. Crew supply, fuel tanks on. We got preconditioned air. Let's test the APU. Good. And we'll go ahead and test the fire on 1 and 2 real quick too. And we're happy. So let's go down here and just go ahead and start this APU. Smoking can go on, nav can come on. Everything else can stay off. 3 seconds have elapsed. APU start. What's y'all's favorite plane to use? Alright. We get asked that all the time. Airliners. Okay, there we go. We need a category. Airliners. If we're talking big jets like the 320s, you know, the typical commercial airliners, the Fenix A320 is my favorite for the 320 series. FS Labs is right there with it. And then Tolis also has excellent implementation for X-Plane. Any of their Airbus aircraft.
Not Latin VFR.
I don't have an opinion of Latin VFRs. Never use it. Active database is up to date. Let's clear out the scratch pad. Let's go to init page, init request. And I'm not sure if our boy is going to be back on here to help us out with getting out of here.
Oh, no, he won't.
Alright, so we are VIVA Airlines, V929. Let's go ahead and pull up our OFP. Oh, please work this time. Okay, it worked. OFP fuel has cost index of 8. And then we had a cruise altitude of 370. Love having this tablet. This is part of the default sim. What about your favorite airplane, Frog? What, you have an opinion on that? And then we'll continue the discussion once we get moving here, because bouncing back and forth, we'll inevitably forget to do something. Oh, I did not mean to hit wind request again. I meant to hit next phase. Next phase.
Oh boy, you already started that.
Next phase, and we'll cancel that uplink. See, I have a cancel button on that one. And we'll go do our initial load sheet here. Go to ATSU. You'll see receive messages. Load sheet. Wait a minute. Which one's the newer one? 2308. Okay. Alright, zero fuel weight of 129.7. And a CG. 33. And expecting 14.6 in the tanks. Why does it have 18.5 in there? Why did it do that for? What'd you say?
Do you know what CTAF is here by chance?
I have not got to that step yet.
1184.
1184. One 1184. Oh, almost had it. And we'll accept that. Return. That gets us through our initial bit there. Flat
traffic,
plan.
United 1272 pushing back. E21.
And we are on runway 5, right on UCAN 3A UKUNO transition. So 5 right. UCAN 3A. UKUNO must be the last waypoint. Yeah, it is. Insert, and we should be able to see that. Right, Schmear. Maybe the A320neo or a Boeing 747, but I don't know because the only airliners I have in 20 is the A310, 320neo, and 747. But I'm gonna choose the A320neo. Yes, the neo is a fantastic aircraft to fly. Fly-by-wire does a great job with that. And
I would recommend when you seriously get into airliners to look at either some of the good freeware or some of the good payware options. They have better LNAV, VNAV, and just a better system simulation overall.
Yeah. So, okay. We currently are expecting runway 10. So I want to pull up these charts real fast and show you why I'm picking the ILS. I think I pulled up X-ray. So if you take a look at Zulu, pull that one up real fast. This is a teardrop entry, which is not applicable to us. I mean, we could do it, but we don't need to do it. Yankee works because it allows us to do exactly what X-ray does, but it would be more beneficial if we were coming from the north or south. So the simplest one, ILS X-ray, brings us straight in to Otman to MD 400, and it's just a straight shot in. So this is a real nice clean approach here. So I'm gonna go with the X-ray ILS 10, and we have the DYSO 1A arrival. Wait, DYSO. Wrong direction. DYSO 1A. And DYSON is the transition. Or no extra transition, there's just a waypoint. I'm gonna go take a look at that real fast just to make sure that looks good. So we got MD 400, which is already in there, MD 401, and I bet we could go ahead and delete that discontinuity right there. Let's go take a look at that on our go to plan page. Yeah, we can go ahead and just remove that discontinuity right there. Go clear, flight plan discontinuity, insert. And that connected to Otman to MD 400 to 401. And then that'll take us straight into ILS 10 X-ray. I will be back soon. All right, Frog. As far as leaving this airport, we are 5 right. So we got a nice little short taxi. We'll do a nose to the left. Let me just go ahead and do this. It's kind of hard to see the overlay with the transparency on the in-game tablet. What's up, Cooper? How are you? So we'll do a nose left to Bravo 3, cross 5 left, and hold short 5 right on Bravo 3.
1272, taxiing Bravo 1 for runway 05 left.
And then our departure, we had the, what was it, UKUNO, I think. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Runway 10 departures? I'm confused. Well, that's... Am I on the right airport? No. Okay. That would explain why I'm confused. 5 left, 5 right. Oh, I'm still a little confused as to why there's no chart for this. What? Huh, okay, it's all in one chart. So yeah, we're doing that. Let's do this again. Transparency does not work well. So we do have some terrain to be worried about. Nothing too terrible there, it looks like, but we are going to have to get up and going pretty quick. We are at a very high elevation at this airport, currently showing 7,000, but I don't know if the altimeter is correct at the moment. But yeah, we're going to be following this out, and it looks like we top out, well, it's got a range between 290 and 200, so it's... Does the chart have a... Come on, scroll for me. I see the airport elevation is 2,000... Oh, I'm sorry, 7,297. I don't see a top range there, but we're just going to set it to 29,000 feet. And then we'll fix that once we get going. We'll bring this back to ARC. Local altimeter. If we go check our weather here, since we don't have an ATIS, we've got an altimeter of 3022, which is 1023 hectopascals. They have a real world ATIS? Nope, of course not. 1023 constraints. This all looks good up here. Bit of VOR, VOR. Takes care of everything up here. Aircraft has been loaded. Let's get the final readings here. So 129. Just pull it back over here. We check our NOV page real fast. 129.7.
Mexico City traffic,
And
United
33,
1272,
so
departing 05 left, Arturo 2 Alpha departure.
Go ground services. Let's get rid of that preconditioned air. Get rid of those chocks. Let's go ahead and do APU bleed, and let's go ahead and get our beacon on. Arm seats. I find it interesting when you hit the beacon, it just pulls the ground power immediately instead of letting you do it. With GSX, I forget about that. Get that hard shift over. Oh, cool. We got the accent for the area. That's awesome. Alright, last thing I think we need to do is performance. So one thing we need to keep in mind is the altitude. So we're going to sync, and calculate. And I'm expecting, yeah, some higher V numbers there. So 151. 151. 152. And 153. That's, I don't know if I've ever had that before. 51, 52, 53. 1 down 0.6. There's nothing unusual. And then we do have a very low flex number of 43. So that altitude's definitely coming into play there. Cooper, how are you tonight? Alright, so that takes care of, so we got our flight plan in, we've got our init page, we've got our performance page, data we don't need to worry about, and I think we're good. Ready for that push. So nose to the left. Bravo 3, Ross 5 left, hold short, 5 right. Uh-oh. Track IR, hello. May need to close track IR here. Can you open? Okay, let me reset my track IR here. For some reason it stopped working. Hey, there we go. Alright, looks like Dev is behind me. We're clear to push, so go GSX. And continue pushback. Doing a nose to the left. Release parking brakes. Alright, clear to start. Go to our engine page. Pressure. Get pressure. And engine 1. Love those sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions including...
Those sounds have a bit of throat to them now.
The safety card found in your seat pocket contains...
It's kind of nice.
information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets,
Is GSX gonna turn me here? I'm getting a little concerned.
If you hear brace.
Engine 1's available, and GSX, I need you to stop. Stop it. Thank you. Go engine 2. No, I'm not going to release those. Go away, G6. Oh, now he's asking me to.
Mask in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If
Cockpit
you
to ground.
land in water,
We have a good
take
engine
life
start.
jacket from
You can
under the
disconnect.
seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft.
I think it's cool how it sounds different between
Inflate it by pulling
which
the
window you're
top.
sitting at, just like the real airplane.
Fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube. There is a light. Attention. Assist you with life jackets for children.
Unlocking gear.
Your tray table must now be stowed. Armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
Engine 2 is available. Okay. Victor Wincher Auto. Spoilers armed. Engine mode to normal. Flaps 1. Get a radio on. We're going to go ahead and turn TARA on. Did not get auto ATC to do the squawk code. We got a trim of down 0.6. Max auto brake. APU bleed can come off. APU can come off. Flight controls. Right rudder. Left rudder. Pull up. Pull down. Full left. And full right. All checked. Clear to taxi. Let's push those park brake. Foot brakes. Release the park brake. Good. Taxi lights. Drop the lights. Runway lights. Strobe and auto. And now we'll make our radio call. Confirm we're on CTAF 118.4. Oop, I just drew a straight line through there, not meaning to. And 118. Why do I not see it? Dave, you said 118.4 for CTAF?
Yes, 1184.
Thank you. Mexico City, Viva 929, taxiing runway 5 right via Bravo, cross 5 left, Bravo 3, holding short.
Mexico City traffic, northwest of T3, taxi 5 right via the same taxi as previous aircraft.
He's getting lazy again tonight, guys.
I'm so tired.
I am too. After swimming all day, I'm exhausted. It's kind of nice. You can have this tablet pulled up here, or this tablet pulled up here, and get 2 tablets.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
If you use the other side, you get 3.
Yeah, but then I have to look over. I'm just saying I can look at 2 at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2 is quite nice.
Hello there, First Officer Bodacious. Okay, I think they've changed something again with the IAE engines. They sound different again. It looks like Dev is in landing configuration with his 747 right now.
This is flaps 10 takeoff configuration.
It looks like you're in flaps 50.
This is the minimum
Bravo,
line.
Bravo 3. Clear left, clear right, best I can tell.
Traffic, Northwest 15-3 is a turn runway 5 right,
Mexico City.
Thank you.
Mexico City traffic, VIVA 929, holding short 5 right, Mexico. Mexico.
Alright, you guys want to watch this takeoff? This is going to be pretty tight for me, I think.
Watching.
I've got the popcorn.
I am one heavy plane right now.
She's a heavy girl. Your landing gear sticking to
Spool
the
and
ground.
hold.
Yeah, that's definitely a spool and hold situation.
Oops, I said EPR takeoff, that's why.
I don't see Eddie or Ron.
Mexico
We're
traffic,
gone.
North 15-3 is taking off runway 5 right.
You guys already in the air?
We're hit-
Oh, I see you
we're
over the hill
hitting
there.
We're en route.
Mexico City traffic, Air Mexico 1054, getting ready, push and start, gate 61, expecting
I
5
lost
left
all my
departure,
controls.
Mexico City traffic.
Mexico City traffic,
I
VIVA
got no
929.
auto
landing
throttle, no
upon 5 right.
autopilot. The rat is out,
Oh, crap.
and I don't know. Everything is failed. The whole
Oh, no.
all the systems have failed.
Oh boy, I'm running out of room.
Oh, you just disappeared off my screen too.
Yep, hold
Oh
on.
no.
Twilight
There he
Zone.
goes.
We're back.
Oh no. Oh, he's up. He's alive. Tommy says popcorn tuned in at the right time. Yep.
Yeah, can't say popcorn without tomato soup.
Oh gosh.
You're gonna never live that down. Alright, we'll give him about
No.
a minute and a half. About a minute on the chrono. How are you doing tonight, Tommy?
Mexico City traffic, Northwest 15-3 is clear, runway 05 right, turning right hand to a waypoint 235 nautical miles away. Mexico City traffic.
I'm losing my mind right now, if you guys can tell.
Yeah, you're struggling. Good. I'm at the laundromat, unfortunately. Oh. That night of the week. So we got some rain coming in behind us here. What are you doing? I'm doing great. We went swimming earlier, and I am exhausted. There's a minute. Let's go 50%. Mexico City traffic, VIVA 929, departing 5 right, Mexico City. Board pressure. Stable, flex. Man, flex, SRS, runway nav.
Mexico City traffic, Air Mexico 1046. We're going to be pushing back onto Lima.
80, start releasing pressure. And fully release at 100. Man, this thing is sluggish at this altitude. 120. A little bit of left aileron, my plane is rocking to the right. And V1 rotate is on top of each other. V1 rotate. Keeping that aileron in. Here we go. How's the right gear up? Ooh, she's windy. Mexico City traffic, VIVA 929, clear runway 5 right, Mexico City. Leave her to climb already. That's quick. Yeah, I got a offline flight going, but 3 hours your time. Did we check the density altitude? Yeah. Very hot, very high. Coming up on this speed. Alright, when we came into this place, it was crappy weather, and now we're leaving, it's crappy weather. Speed checked, flaps up.
Crappy at destination too.
Yeah, it was marginal VFR, I think.
Looks like storms and rain and showers in the area. It's going to be last minute check for runway.
Oh, it's fine. I can't set up for runway very easily.
Dev's in a non-GPS aircraft.
Keep an eye on it en route. See what the trend is.
Let's get that terrain radar on. This one's just below 14,000.
Why do I do this to myself?
I don't know. I mean, you could go fly. You pick an aircraft that's extremely complicated to fly by yourself on a night that you can't think straight. Instead of flying something like a 320 on VATSIM.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to autopilot 1. Can't see anything. And we're going to monitor this terrain radar here. That's the kind of weather I like to fly in. You can't pick the weather. Oh yeah. I love flying in crappy weather. So much more exciting. And a good
really
landing
is.
in crappy weather is so much more satisfying.
And being able to see the runway come in at the last moment is the most fun thing ever. I hate flying airliners in VFR. It's just not fun.
Yeah. What is the aircraft you're flying, Dev? It's the 747, but who makes it?
Fearless 747-200. Running with... I can only input 9 waypoints, and I have to put each waypoint in as coordinates.
It's a lot of work. Alright, ground
Yep,
spoilers.
mostly VOR for force plane.
Lights can come off. You can see signs on. It's kind of, oh Dev, what are we going to do with you? You should have seen him last night. I did not get a screenshot of it, but Dev managed to find himself stuck on a curtain last night on the Challenger. That was probably the funniest thing I've seen in a while. I was sitting in the cockpit and I hear, I need help. Help, please. And I'm like, what? What's wrong? Because I'm stuck in the curtain. I turn around and his Roblox character in the Challenger is literally stuck in the curtain. He'd closed it on himself and he couldn't get out of it, so I had to get out of the chair and run back there and untangle him. We were both dying of laughter at that point. We were on VATSIM, but the guy never gave us clearance, so we just logged off. It was probably a good thing we did, because we just did a terrible, terrible job on the approach. We were both so tired, and it was going on midnight last night, and we forgot to change to VOR, or not VOR. What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, ILS.
Change it to ILS course and all sorts of stuff. So we shot through the runway, localizer and everything. It was a mess. Reminds me, we last Wednesday of this month we're doing GA on the MSFS server. We're all are cordially invited. Okay, cool. You have to remind us, because I'm not gonna remember. I think we're clear of the terrain. Tommy, do you know where it's going to be? Because I would not be opposed to something hilarious and sketchy.
Blimps.
Blimps. Alright, I'm gonna go over Yukon. That's why I have a calendar on my desk. Possibly Scotland. Ooh, okay. Been to Scotland in a while.
I like Scotland.
Scotland is fun.
That could be a good one for a GA. Cruise altitude like 3,000 feet because of those rolling hills. They're really pretty. Stay low. Have you guys done that? Haven't done it with this group.
Yeah, we've been to Scotland a couple times. It's been a while though. We haven't done it in 24. One of the guys that sim when we do GA asked if we could. Hey, we need to do the Papua New Guinea flight with him, man. If he likes GA stuff, that flight plan we have down in Papua New Guinea is always a crowd pleaser. Tail Dragger 152s, so much fun. We did the Grand Canyon last week, and we were in and out of the canyon. It was a blast. They used the Piper Dakota. Okay, I'll tell him. Yeah, to go take a look at the some of the past streams. What was our record? Nez, you were the crash counter for that one. I think it was like 35 or 36 crashes. And a crash, since we were in Tail Draggers, does include tipping over on the nose. And let's go ahead and go to our cruise altitude, which was, I think, 37. Just confirm that. Yes.
I'm just now hitting 37 at the coast.
Yeah, it was a slow climb out of here.
42?
I think it was 42.
I think, yeah, I feel like I heard 41 at some point.
Well, Dev, to be fair, you came in there and swooped in with like 8 at the very last minute.
I'm trying to figure out how to do fly the plane.
I threw in a strong 8.
I think I even had one that night. What was I trying to climb over a mountain and it just didn't work for me? 152 doesn't have much power. But the WB sim works great.
Speaking of GA, what is the chances of moving GA to Wednesday? Or Friday?
Fridays are tough because I'm always doing something Friday night. That's why we don't get to do too much FNO. But, I mean, Wednesdays are fine for me. And then we could coincide with Tommy. I don't know how it works for you guys. I mean, Eddie, Ron, you guys are always here. We can check with Kyle as well.
Yep.
Because I am no longer available on Thursdays whatsoever at all. I probably won't get home till like 9 on Thursdays from now on.
I mean, we could swap it over. And then we could do some joint events with Tommy, like I said.
Yeah.
Because they do Wheels Up Wednesdays all the time.
Just a thought.
Bet I can put a tail dragger on the roof. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's really the one thing that gets most people. I mean, the runways we are in and out of are very short and very hard to deal with, but the tail dragger gets most people with the nose overs. We do every Wednesday and try to change it around between airliners, GA, float planes, etc. Yeah, I mean, most of the time it would be GA on Wednesdays for us. But, I mean, 24 is so good for GA. I just love it. We had 8 last week for most of the stream. Oh, 8 pilots? That's pretty good.
How do we do that though? How do we do a joint situation? How does that work?
We can work our schedules for the GA. Yep. Well, I mean, having 8 people in one Discord is just utter chaos. We're not going to be on network, so it doesn't really matter. So, you know, VATSIM is when it becomes a nightmare for having more than a handful of people. Because everyone's talking and joking, and then the controllers are trying to get our attention, and we just miss our call signs. You end up just muting everything half the time, but...
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of VATSIM, Ron, Eddie, how's that coming along?
I haven't done anything yet.
Nothing yet?
Sign up. Once golf season's over, I'll get into it.
Okay.
My kids start school tomorrow. So
oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
So now, as of tomorrow, I get my computer back. I get my headset back. I get I get all my systems back tomorrow.
It sounds like you need to invest in a new bit of hardware.
Oh, hardware is not the issue. Trust me, we've got that. It's complicated.
Every time you go to use something, it's not there.
Well, there's rules and restrictions, you know. I mean, if you don't have rules and restrictions in place on some rambunctious teenage boys, you're just asking for it.
Take that as a
A few of the guys with me don't really know VATSIM's VFR procedures, so we felt it best to use MSFS already. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of us jump straight into IFR, which is technically the more complicated thing to do, but honestly, VFR is a ton of fun on network because you can just, you know, you can be on network and not have to talk to anybody for a while and then go into like Indianapolis and then do patterns with the controllers there, leave that area and go land somewhere else.
737s.
Yeah, get stuck between two 737s. That's always amusing. Man, it is bumpy tonight.
Trying. I actually gotta finish this up. I'm working on a cross-platform server that uses the VATSIM's FSD protocol. So it's VATSIM without the VATSIM, pretty much, for a cross simulator flying.
Yeah, we got it working.
Just gotta get everyone set up on it.
Yep.
Gotta make it that easier.
Alright, yeah, it looks like there's that storm is brewing at our destination. So this could get interesting.
We're going to be ready to use runway 10 or 36.
Oh, fun.
36 is short. I don't know.
Not using 36.
I don't think you can get a 74 in there.
Yeah, so we're down to 6 miles of visibility, scattered at 7,000. So it's not too bad at the moment. Oh, we got few clouds at 1,500.
Yeah, it's not terrible right now, but the TAF was showing, you know, nastiness. So that's what I took away from the TAF, was just nastiness potential. So it could get out of hand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so winds 120 at 12. Oh wait, hang on. It's current. What time is it currently? 22:45. Yeah, it's just getting worse. Thunderstorms and everything, so this could get very interesting.
Fun.
I hope so.
Me too.
Bring it on.
Should have brought more fuel.
I did.
About 20 extra pounds. What,
20 extra pounds? No, 20 extra pounds. So Dev's got an extra 3 seconds of fuel. So do we have ILS on all these? 10's got ILS, 18's got VORs, 28's got VORs, RMP, and 36 has got RMP.
Oh yeah, I'll fly an RMP approach. Totally. That's something I'm capable of doing.
7,500 feet on 36.
That's ridiculous.
It's possible.
Oh. I don't know if I thought this airport entirely through.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh no! It's
What?
I'm looking at the runway lengths.
Yeah, you're gonna be
I'm
max
not very
brakes.
pleased. Oh yeah. See, I saw this airport had a non-RNAV arrival procedure, and I got excited and didn't check any of the other factors about the airport out. I'm regretting this decision deeply right now.
I can't believe we still got so much turbulence right now. Let's see if I can drag Navigraph over real fast, because I can pull up more information on the desktop app than I can tablet. Layers, turbulence. So maybe at 3.7. It's not really showing anything, but here's that nastiness we're talking about. Let's go to, let's turn off that, just go to the radar, jet stream, radar, here we go. Intrigued that it's not loading anything. So we got about an hour to get there. We'll give it a second to see if that loads anything.
It didn't look too bad. It looked like it was farther away. So
yeah.
VFR.
But the winds might be pretty rough right there, though. May have to actually pull up a real radar to get that information, because it's not loading in sim here. Or, sorry, Navigraph. This looks different than what I'm seeing on VATSIM radar, even. Because this is kind of on there, although it shows more up against the coast here. Let me drag it over. So VATSIM radar has this right here, where it's pocket just south of MMMD. And then the big pocket, this is what I'm worried about. I'm afraid that this is going to push over. Is there a way to run future radar on VATSIM radar? I'm not aware of one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good info. I think it's all going to be south of us when we get there. That's what it looks like.
Unless that storm that's kind of on the over at Cancun right now and pushes on over, we might have some problems. You said a thing I had to go switch loads. Sorry. Oh yeah, I was talking about how you know, most of us start with IFR because we wanted to be on VATSIM to fly commercial airliners. That VFR is, oddly enough, simpler than IFR for the most part, but the phraseology is just something we're not exposed to very often, so we're all uncomfortable with it. But being able to take off from a controlled airport, say, hey, just requesting VFR, want to head to the south, they give you a clearance, take off, they say head to the south, altitude your discretion, heading your discretion, whatever, you go off. You get out of their controlled airspace, and then you have free reign for the most part, as long as it's not towered. If it's a a towered runway, you got a contact center, as far as I'm aware. But otherwise, Unicom or CTEF. So we did a little VFR flying. Was that Friday night?
Yep.
And Airfuel Labs 172 on X-Plane. That's a pretty good airplane. Yep, usually they will ask if you want flat following, not now. A lot of fun. Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
I do not like flight following.
If I were doing a point A to point B flight, then yeah, flat following would be fine. Otherwise, I don't really see a huge need for it. On VATSIM, you know, there's no safety aspect you need to be worried about.
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna bump this cost index up so I can burn more fuel and have less fuel at our destination. Cruise 0.8, and it appears to have finally smoothed out some, so we'll go ahead and turn seatbelts off. And turn terrain off since we're just over the water now. Be right back. Alright guys, what's the topic for tonight? Got a whole lot of blue to stare at right now.
Yeah. Can you chat GPT something?
We could talk about geopolitics, the Russia summit,
Oh gosh.
you know, trade deals with Germany.
I don't know if politics are the best thing.
No, they're not.
Especially
Well, you
Russia and the
know.
United States.
No one else was saying anything.
Okay, so note to self, never let Eddie come up with topic ideas.
Okay, behind the scenes of your setup was one of the topics that we had before that we never really got to talk about. So, how about this? First, you can describe what your setup is right now, since, you know, obviously, unless everyone want to take pictures and post it on Discord, it's kind of challenging. But what does your current setup look like? And what would your ideal setup be? And then what would your dream setup be? Like if you had to choose a cockpit to have a full functional cockpit of any airplane, what would it be? Not everybody at once.
Who's going first? You go first.
Me?
Yes. No one else is talking.
Okay. Nis says, I came here to get away from the Ukraine stuff, been following it for 12 years. Yeah, I try not to bring religion or politics to this channel. Okay, so my current setup is for flight controls. I've got the Thrustmaster, oh shoot, what's the acronym for the rotor pedals? Hang on.
Thrustmaster?
The TPRs, sorry. There's so many acronyms in this hobby that I get confused sometimes. So we got the Thrustmaster TPR rotor pedals, which are fantastic. And, you know, they're pricey, but it's one of the few things Thrustmaster makes that's actually good, high quality, in my opinion. Not plastic, all metal construction. Kind of has that pendulum rudder pedal feel to it, so really accurate. And my first officer is currently stepping on my rotor pedals. I did not hear the autopilot kick off this time. Joystick, I have the Moza AB9 force feedback, which is amazing as well. The throttles, I've got the Honeycomb Bravo. Great for what it is. I'd like something a little higher quality at some point. And then in front of me, I've got a keyboard, mouse, since I have desk space with no yoke, as well as the Stream Deck, the Windwing Mini FCU. I'm sorry, the Windwing MCDU, and then the Mini FCU for autopilot. Now I also have the 3D printed 737 autopilot panel and a light switch box that I 3D printed and built. as well as a large LG C2 TV and two 32-inch monitors, one above and one to the right. I've got a third monitor I used to keep off to the left, but that turned into my home office desk for work from home stuff, and it kind of lives over there on my other desk. Of course, got the webcam and track IR. That pretty much takes care of that. For microphone, I've got the Shure SM7B microphone with Focusrite. I think it's a Scarlett 2IS or something like that. Audio, what do you call those things? Audio receiver, for lack of a better term.
Audio plug-in thing.
Yeah, the audio, the thing you plug the microphone into. And
Yeah.
so my ideal setup would be if I could do like a sim pit that was flexible. I would like to have 2 seats so that I could have someone sit with me and also fly. The Moza on each side, one left stick, one right stick, with a nice throttle that had multi-purpose functionality in the center. And then maybe at least one, maybe 2 stream decks for random buttons. And then the MCDU or something similar as well. And then a kind of a deck in front of me that could house the autopilot panels and things like that. The microphone would still obviously be the same. And then instead of an LG C2 TV, I would like to have whatever the best projection technology out there is with kind of a wraparound screen. I think that would be pretty cool. And then maybe even an overhead panel that had swappable A320, 737 kind of overhead panels, or as well as some stream deck boxes up there just for extra buttons. Or anything that doesn't slot cover. That would be, in my opinion, a fantastic little sim pit that you could bring friends and family into, and teach people how to do stuff, how to fly the things that we're flying, and a dedicated mini split for the room, because these computers get so darn hot with the simulator. And then maybe a mini fridge. Keep the drinks cold. If I were to pick one cockpit to simulate, we were talking about this last night, it would have to be the Challenger from Hot Start, because that thing is so well done. It would just be so cool to have an actual Challenger cockpit.
I think you don't really need a shared. You don't really need a physical cockpit for, though. Really, I mean, it already has shared cockpit, so
sure.
You don't really need that.
No, you don't. But when someone comes and visits, then you can do that.
Yeah.
And that would also have the dedicated mini split for air conditioning, heat. Not that you need heat. And
I would make sure
a nice comfortable couch and TV behind.
it needs to have sidewalls, so it actually feels like a plane cockpit.
Oh yeah, it would be enclosed. It would be enclosed with a door to go into cockpit. All right, who's next?
I like the idea of the 2-seat. I never thought of that, but that's kind of brilliant. Definitely. But I wouldn't do my SimPit that way. I would have a fighter orientation, HOTAS controls primary. But I would also have all those airliner panels too, you know, the autopilot panels and the various plugins, MFD plugins, all that good stuff. Full spectrum SimPit, but with a HOTAS orientation, no yoke. What I've got running now is a very large desk, a couple of monitors, HOTAS set up. It's pretty basic, track IR, but still, you know, it's at least $2 or $3 grand in it, in this basic setup. Jumping to a SimPit, what are we talking? 10, 15 grand plus?
If you built it yourself.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the whole, like, why don't you just buy an airplane? Well, an actual airplane costs $200,000 anymore. So and I can fly a lot of things that, you know, for most of us, a Cessna 172, 182, a Piper, or something similar to that is probably something we would have. You know, most people who are flying flight simulators and doing the things that we do are wanting to fly commercial jets, and either they can't get to that level or don't necessarily want to do that as a career full time, or for whatever reason they're not doing it. So if you just keep it as a hobby, it's pretty cool.
Super cool.
As we fly staring at the ocean at 37,000 feet with nothing to do.
I've had a couple of jobs over my career that gave me access to Flight Safety International simulator bays. So I've been in those things. I don't know if you guys have, but they're pretty cool. You know, enclosed systems and the big boys.
Does it have all the motion?
Oh yeah. Yeah, level D. You bet.
That's pretty cool. Oh, I just took a look at the updated weather here. That big cloud is moving, or that storm is moving a little closer.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nez, what about you? What's your dream? And while you're typing that out, Eddie, is that all you had?
Yeah, I wanted to keep it short and sweet, you know. Spare the hardware specifics for me.
Ron, what about you?
Actually, I'm pretty happy with my setup right now. After I got the Airbus captain's pack there at the flight sim. I don't think I could fit much more stuff in my office.
Well, what would be your dream sim pit if you had more room?
I don't know.
This one doesn't have to be airplane specific. I mean, it could be a multi-use, whatever.
No, that it would probably be like an A320 setup, like we flew at the Sim Expo.
Okay. Yeah, that one was. See, that was the non-skull arcade. That was just the wind wing setup.
oh,
Would you-
Put all the big screen and stuff. You know,
Yep.
two screens, 2 seats. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that was a pretty neat experience. That's when we did that. That's the first time I've ever sat next to somebody in a simulator. I got to fly with them.
It's fun.
So
Right
you
now,
know,
right now I'm hand flying this thing all the way. After I can't. There's no way to clear the failures, right?
you're in the Fenix. There is. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to MCD menu, go to
Okay.
maintenance,
Yeah.
failures,
That.
and it'll list
Yeah,
your failures there,
failures.
and then you can hit clear on the MCU, the clear button, and then clear them out that way.
But there aren't any failures on the MCDU.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll stream for you.
The stream force real
Does
fast.
Scarlarky feel pretty good? Because some of their desktop stuff looks actually pretty cheap. Relatively speaking.
The hardware is actually really nice, high quality stuff.
Okay.
So you could even get not their full cockpit, but their desktop stuff. I did not get to sit down and play with the one at the expo. They had their full cockpit there for the A320, but they also had like a desktop setup, and I didn't get to sit there because someone else was always occupying it every time I walked past it. But it was pretty cool stuff. And I was leaning over people's shoulders like, hey, do you mind if I see what your flaps are doing? You know, just trying to screw them up in the flight. But Tommy says, the dream setup, a Boeing non-specific setup like the Wind Wing setup. Oh, yeah. That's coming. That's coming. There's no way that Wind Wing won't have that out in the next year or two. And Nez says, I don't know because I like to fly so many different types of planes. It's kind of why I want to make my own with Arduino and Pi. Nez, would me making videos of using the Arduinos, and I haven't done anything with Raspberry Pis, but MobiFlight, 3D printing, and all that stuff, would that be interesting for you? And Tommy says, I do like the WinWing MCP, definitely a good immersion level. Yeah, it's super nice having that. I'm slowly working on it. Me too. And first barrel roll also. yeah. So Tommy and why is his name escaping me? Joe. Sorry. Joe decided to do an engine out simulation on that WinWing setup that Ron and I sat at, and it did not end well for either one of those two. Although the crowd really enjoyed the death spiral down straight into the ground. That was pretty amusing. There was quite a few people watching them at that point, and
blood sport.
And there was a bit of laughter and cheers whenever they they lawn darted. Sorry, Joe, if you're watching, your name just escaped me.
Skylarky sells a desktop overhead panel for $1,400.
Yeah, you definitely pay for Skylarky.
Yeah, but it's a desktop overhead panel. Like that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Can I get everybody's messages?
Check out my stream.
Oh.
See if I can get rid of some of these.
Let's drag this down real fast. Ron. Okay, go down. You see where it says takeoff config on your switching panel, or below your switching panel. Yeah, go to the right. You see the little covered switch. It says emergency cancel. Flip the switch, the cover over it. Now push that button. And okay, canceled caution. Can you go into autopilot now? No.
No.
Oh, set your. Let's see here. Autopilot flight, autopilot off. Scroll down a little bit again. Yeah, it's got you stuck in direct law at the moment, so you're hand flying at 100%. Or alternate law. Protection lost. Max speed 320. Why did this happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Thomas says, see, I'd love that space, just not enough of it. Yeah, I understand that problem. I have that. Before I moved this house, my apartment had the space for it, oddly enough, because I used one of the 2 bedrooms as my office, and I had a ton of room in there. But then I moved to this house, and I have about a third of the space I had. Yeah, I've not seen this one run. This is a new one.
Alright.
You might want to watch your descent there, though.
Oh yeah, I was on the profile there a minute. There it goes.
Is there a way to get rid of that? That was a tough one. Cancelled caution. What if... Go ahead and level yourself off there. And we'll see if we can't work through some of that.
The amount of unread notifications you have deeply concerns me.
Well, see, there's so many channels, I just don't have the time to go through and read all the random notifications, announcements. Like, hey, we did an update for this thing that you don't even care about, so. Sometimes I'll scroll through it. Most of the time I just ignore it.
Yeah. It's like reading all the notebooks.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs those? What I'll do is if there's a product that I haven't flown in a while, I'll generally go check out their Discord and go to the announcements page, check for updates, and then they go unread.
Scholarity
sorry,
sells
go
a
ahead.
radio panel for the A320 for $300. You might want to look into that.
If I do a radio panel, I've got I just need to 3D print it at this point. I've got everything. Yeah, Ron is in the Fenix. But you had all those issues at the very beginning, didn't you, Ron?
It was not very far after I reached cruise.
So go ahead and level yourself off.
Well, I have reached the top of descent, so I'm trying to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down. I'm following the green dot there.
Oh, okay. Well, it may not even be worth fighting it at this point.
And all right. Well, I hand flew it this far. I might as well go the rest of the way.
It's a pride thing at this point, right?
I'm assuming the landing system won't work either, right?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
All right, Dev, your turn.
Oh. I have a wing FCU, a wing Orion 2 base, the Honeycomb Bravo.
No,
It's protein.
I don't want that. Thank you.
And what else do I have?
Banana peanut butter.
I'm looking at getting new rudder pedals because my other one just broke. And
Dev needs to build a new computer and get rotor pedals.
Yeah, I'm doing that really soon here. For a computer, I want a higher quality Bravo. The Bravo is just super cheap and crappy in my hands when I use it. And a radio panel, an EFS panel would be nice, and some sort of overhead lighting panel would be amazing. That'd be an ideal. And then dream, I guess, would be a full A320 cockpit. But like a good one, like a Clarky.
Better start saving up for that $65,000.
I'm looking at that price right now, and it is greatly concerning me.
That's nothing if you're making $500,000 a year on your software engineering job.
Oh yeah.
It's not
saw-
nothing, but it's...
I'm on the Scholarky user Facebook group or whatever, just because I like to be envious. And it's funny when people post it, like, why don't you just get an airplane? And then the most hilarious response you ever see is, I own one. And people are like,
That's great.
Game, set, and match.
Yeah, I can only imagine people owning people who own Scholarkies are just people who already own a real plane. Wow, the Scholarky cockpits did not look like in my main instrument panels do not look very accurate.
So,
I'm surprised about that, actually.
what would it take if you did own the Scholarky to be able to rent it out to people?
I'm looking at the software licenses right now. You have to pay for an extra software license to be able to rent it out.
So, I mean, if you were in
But I
a
don't
place
think
like
we went to
Atlanta, where there's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
A320 pilots local,
There'll be
and
local laws about where you have to keep it too. You might have to rent a separate facility that's commercial rather than
Yeah.
run it in your basement. That's state by state.
yeah.
It looks like you need a Scholarky professional license type 2 to be able to make money off of it, which is $10,000.
But I mean, if you can charge, I don't know, let's just say $200 an hour, and you had at least 6 people or 6 hours a month, that would pay the bill.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, it would be mostly used for recurrent practice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, you know, obviously
Yeah.
you probably need a level D to get actual rating stuff for that kind of
Oh yeah. Probably.
flying, but
Or differences. Or differences.
C.
C?
Yes. I don't know the exact rules, but I know C and D are definitely capable of providing ratings, quals.
Gotcha. Tommy says, this week I'm buying a half a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood and some 1x3 and building a pedestal. See, I want to get those rails so that I can mount the MCDU and all the parts from Windwing and do a center console for myself. Because I think that would be really nice. And then that would allow me to, you know, have that pedestal on the ground and be really solid, not attached to my desk. I'd probably put it on rollers so I could scoot it around as needed.
Yep.
And get it out of the way, and then just have a USB hub in it. So the only thing that would go to it would be power and one USB cord. And you can hook anything and everything else into it.
Yep. I like the sound of that modularity.
Yep. Maybe even build a second one for 737. Scoot
My
one in,
pit
scoot
would be
one out.
flexible like that too. You know, you'd be able to swap stuff out like, you know, a full helicopter rig, you know, pop off the fighter HOTAS and pop on the helicopter stuff.
Oh yeah. Alright, so currently, since we're coming up on 80 miles from top of descent, and we need to start programming things, the weather is 050 at 7. 6 miles of visibility, scattered at 7,000, broken at 30,000. So it's actually cleared up a touch. So might be in good shape as far as the ease, but unlucky on the lack of a challenge there. We go to charts, and we're on X-ray. Exactly, I got wood floor, so I'll have all the anti-slide on the bottom, and literally will go under my desk when not in use. Exactly, yeah, something you can just pull out while you're using would be awesome. So yeah, currently this is a pretty self-explanatory arrival. I mean, we're just going to Ottman and direct in. So, unless something drastically changes in the weather, I think that's what it's going to be. Alright, let's go to our performance page. Next phase, next phase. We've got a QNH of... we're going to go with the inches of mercury here. 29.90. And then the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, so quite warm. Nothing too crazy though. The winds were 050 at 7. Nothing too unusual there. The barometer for our decision altitude is 234. It's fun. And with the winds the way they are, we're going to do a full configuration landing. Actually, you know what? I've not done a configuration 3 landing yet with the BFU. So I'm going to do that. And then while I'm thinking about it, before I forget, we're going to do landing flap 3 on the GPWS. And we're going to go ahead and get the seatbelt signs back on so we don't forget that. And let's see, Tommy says, I got the idea from a guy, Franco, in my Discord. He sent me his measurements. You'll see, if you want to do like A320 stuff and 737 stuff, there's so many resources out there. And 737 DIY sim, Carl, Tommy, has a full cockpit that you could 3D print. And all the measurements and 3D models and everything like that, which you could open up with the free version of Fusion 360 if you wanted to. The A320 version is a work in progress at the moment. It's in the beta testing from one of his later videos. And he's a super nice guy, Carl. I got to meet him at the last expo. I think Ron was walking with me at the time as well. But he's got a lot of good products. That he's actually the guy I made the MCP from his design, and then I took everything I learned from that and built that CRJ panel, which I'm leaning more and more towards wiring that up so that I can use it in the Challenger. Because I don't know if it's I don't think it's a 1-to-1 match, but it's pretty darn close. This is, he's got his hands full trying to cover a J3 Cub wingtip. Covering skills have a lot to be desired. Are you using that, that shrink wrap material on balsa wood? What's his name? Carl? Yes, Carl. And when I say a lot to be desired, I mean I'm not even okay at it. Or even showing signs of improvement. Yeah, monocoat. That's. I know it was something coat, but I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've used that stuff, and I did not use it enough to get good at it. Holy crap, Ron! He's diving for the deck. Get it, get it, Ron.
What just happened?
I got no flap. Nothing. I might as well just go down. There's no sense in going around.
Oh no!
What happened?
Go around.
Oh no, he's committed.
Around.
Oh, what a bounce!
No, don't commit. Gear up. Go around.
We're gonna need new nose gear on that one. I think.
What just happened?
Oh no! Oh no! We're going in, boys. We're going in. Oh, into the trees. That's one way to stop.
Oh, I'm coming home.
I
Whoa.
lost everything. No flaps, no nothing.
Ron had a rough flight with his Fenix deciding to implode on itself. Oh, well, I just happened to look up and I was like, that is not a sight that I ever want to see. Oh. Well, Ron is on the ground.
He did not walk away.
I don't know. It's just see if you walk away. What's his channel? Because all I need is for the Bravo and my radio panel. DIY 737 Sim on YouTube.
I don't know. Is there any?
I got about 42 miles top of the sim. Oh, I think we. What?
Is there a terminal here?
Ron, it's heaven. You're dead.
There is one little terminal. If you landed on runway 10, it's at the very end of runway 10 where you touch down.
I touched down a few times, so.
Yeah, you can log 3 on that one.
Yeah.
This says, I didn't mean to sound rude earlier regarding Ukraine. It's just that I've been following very closely for a very long time. I could go all night. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I don't.
No, let's do it.
No, we're not doing that. Like I said, we avoid two things on this channel, and it's politics and religion.
Oh, here. Okay, I see the terminal now.
Alright, these clouds are starting to look interesting. Although, looking at Ron's stream there, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Yeah, Ron, I'd be curious if you reloaded into the sim down there at that terminal, if it fixed you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the whole thing. It was going fine. I don't know.
If you were actually hand flying, you would have looked up in your MEL book or whatever and found that you had to descend to 25,000 or below.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
I had a lot of failures. There were a lot of failures.
Yeah, he was in direct law, I think. I don't think he even had like the auto trim.
And the rat was out, but then I cleared the rat, and then it wouldn't come back out. So I was working on nothing.
Yeah, the rat, once it's deployed, it stays deployed. Ground crews have to put it back in.
Well, I was able to clear it on the MCU.
Oh, okay.
But once I cleared it, then I didn't have any power. I don't think I had any flaps or anything.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Then it wouldn't come back out, so you didn't have anything.
Yeah.
It says most people don't know anything about it other than what they see on TV news, and yeah, the TV news is questionable.
Here, let me just activate it. I'm just gonna. Alright, so it's back to normal.
20 miles.
Probably shouldn't file that with Delta Virtual, huh? It was 4,200 feet per minute landing.
And this is for Moby Flight. I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather program the controllers at the hardware level. That's always more fun. Moby Flight's just quick. Well, they can be challenging because not every airplane out there is supported. Look at these scratches. Can you guys see that on the stream? How well those are modeled. That's actually pretty impressive. It's all those little kids putting their fingernails on the windows there, and I'm including myself in that category. Yes, Dev, I realize it's probably not that difficult if you have the correct files, but you don't see that kind of detail on a lot of aircraft. Most, for that matter.
Well, it's definitely difficult, just not probably modeled into the aircraft. Polygons, but I have no idea how they did that. Like, I don't know how you make scratches that realistic, or a pattern that's that realistic, but it's not modeled. Or it is, and that's why the Fenix performance is so bad.
The Fenix is one of the best performing airplanes we have now. Well, it hasn't always been that way. But after their first few updates, I mean, I was able to run on a pretty crappy computer pretty quickly. Especially once they moved everything over, all the screens to a separate thread. That really helped.
For BMC inside at 10 miles.
Hydraulic system has failed. Cargo doors won't close. Because there's no hydraulics, I guess.
No, you'd have to turn on your electric pump to get something. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start descending.
Let's see if I can get a, what do you call it? GPU? Will they give me a GPU? Maybe.
Nez, what makes you uncomfortable using a software program running in the background? Well, we could write to the controller board, it would be a whole different story. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to have some more stuff running in the background so I can fly my sim. It kind of sucks to do that.
Well, I do not disagree, because we have to have so many things running in the background as it is. Like, right now I have Discord, I'm also watching Ron's stream, I've got vPilot, I've got OBS, I've got Chrome with 5 tabs at the moment, I've got Moby Flight, I've got Sim App Pro, I've got Stream Deck, I've got Moza. You know, yes, there is a boatload of, we need more drag, programs running in the background, but I've never really seen a performance decrease from running more programs that are like Moby Flight or whatever. Now, with that being said, I do have a pretty beefy computer, so that may be super helpful, but
yeah, your opinion does not count in this situation.
But even before I had this beefy of a computer, it never seemed to make that much of a difference for me. Like, I never was so close to running an aircraft that I was like, you know what, maybe I'll close Moby Flight and that'll let me run it today. Alright, Tommy, I appreciate you joining in. Hopefully you get your laundry all sorted out. Finding myself flying older radial prop liners a lot, but I do like to switch to Jet 2. Yeah, I would like to get the DC-6 from PMDG, but I've heard they've kind of, until they push the update for 24, I don't know if it's even worth getting, because they've also kind of just left it hanging.
Yeah, they got a big update last year. It kind of fixed all the bugs that were with it. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun.
I keep a library of code for each airplane. I could write my own program. I could change the controller as a switch from one aircraft to another. I have a pretty beefy PCB. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not saying that the flexibility wouldn't be nice, but I was just curious if you had some sort of a hesitancy other than just the flexibility that you're wanting. We need more drag.
A little windy on final. Not too bad, but it's there.
For anyone interested, we just added a bunch of MD-80 and 747, 200, and 100 routes.
Oof. Why has this got such a steep arrival? Having to dump the speed brakes right now. It's pretty bumpy on this arrival. I'm upgrading from an i9-12900 to an i7-14700. Why didn't you go with the 14900 out of curiosity? You're doing that tomorrow. Awesome. I can write my own flexibility. Yep, I do not disagree with that. I hear my engine spooling up, so it must be fighting speed brakes. Has anybody got CTF?
Oh, I should probably do that. I'm so out of it right now.
Hey, restart your stream for me, Def.
Oh boy. It scares me. I think I know what you're gonna do.
Absolutely.
1183.
That's nice and easy from the last one.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, we don't have any traffic other than me and you.
Yep.
Landing runway 10's a back taxi.
Ooh. Okay.
I have to manually calculate my descent rate every 5,000 feet. This is ridiculous.
The back taxi is going to be interesting with Dev and I.
Oh boy. Didn't think about that.
There's a turnaround at the end.
You should totally get this plane, and then we can do shared cockpit in it. It's so much fun with more than one person. It's fun by itself, but
yeah. I'm gonna go back to cost index 8. See if that fixes this ridiculous amount of. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna slow way down. Woo! So I'm taking the CPU out of my son's PC because he couldn't take it to guitar. Oh, okay. If you... Also, I hear the 14900s had problems. The 13 and then 14 series both had problems. I feel like I'm really high right at the moment. looking at it, we took the cost index back down to a more normal level. Doing a bit more of a normal perf speed here. Or arrival speed. Yes, I have the 1300K. I have not had problems yet, knock on wood. And I'm hopeful that it stays that way.
Now that you just said that,
Well, I've been saying that for a while.
oh boy, why is the pack not working? Crap.
But it will have an 800 megahertz memory controller with the 14700 over the 12900. See, I have in my server, I think I put was it a 12500?
Something like that.
I think it was 1200, 500.
Why? Oh, Tremor's not on.
So to give you a little piece of what Dev's dealing with, he's in a very manual to fly aircraft here. So much so that it has the engineer panel. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It took me a while to figure this out.
Looks like various pressures and amounts.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey, where's your Garmin at?
V speeds are all done by little sliding things that you have to put on your IAS knob for anyone interested. Very, very, very manual.
We're gonna go ahead and get our lights on ahead of time. Sorry, I didn't have your stream pulled up when you showed that, Dev.
Oh, you're good. It's no big deal.
This says his current setup is the Thrustmaster Airbus Pack 2 throttle controllers and the add-on flap and spooler set and a crappy CH yoke. Yeah, like the CH products are definitely beyond their end of life at this point.
Hey, it lasted 25 years. It was good.
And they lasted a long time, but they were extremely simple and very inaccurate too.
Alright, you are coming up right behind me.
Am I? Oh yeah. I can go ahead and slow up some more. I'll go ahead and slow down
I
the
can pause my
220.
stream if you want to get in front of me so you can watch the landing. It's up to you.
No, that's fine too.
Alright. Just whatever you want. I'll keep going then.
Are you pausing?
Oh, yeah, I'll pause.
Okay.
Sorry.
Landing systems, it's asking for more drag again. I feel like this has been the story of our life. A very old Thrustmaster rotor pedal that I connected to an Arduino board is the one with the metal frame. Very old Thrustmaster. I don't remember that one. But I didn't get. I've had the first set of rotor pedals I had were the CH rotor pedals, and then the second set I had is the Thrustmaster TPRs, and the CH lasted me for 10-15 years.
Is it the Thrustmaster Elite pedals? Is that what you're talking about?
Got the old CH pedals, nut busters.
Okay, at least mine were the newer kind where they were slightly farther apart.
We're coming up on a decel point here, so it's probably going to require more drag. So I've already got a notch in, or yeah.
Thrustmaster products I generally would not recommend unless you're getting their TCA yoke or TCA pedals.
Hey,
What? He's not joking. Close to get it.
Too close together. That sounds more like the Nutcrackers.
No. I reset everything in Mexico City, and everything seems to be okay now.
That's good.
I don't know what happened to it, but it was weird.
Alright, let's go fast one. We'll be coming in here pretty quickly. At 20 miles out. How do you say it? Is it Merida? Merida?
No idea.
Merida.
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 Local traffic, northwest 58 is about to crush the VIVA Airbus in front of us. We're landing on runway 10, I believe, for northwest 58.
Said you're about to cross in front of the Airbus in front of us? Is that what you said?
Crush.
Crush. I haven't even seen you.
I think if you're like some sort of weird 747-8i or something stupid that Microsoft default model matches you to.
I feel like I am very high here, Sim.
You look fine. Cross the Osbo at plus 4,000 feet.
Yeah, it just feels high.
You're good.
Merida traffic. Viva
I've
929,
never been
10
able
mile
to
final
successfully
runway
fly
10.
the 74.
Correction, 15 mile
Something with
final.
my HOTAS and the 4 engines or something just doesn't work. And I gave up trying a long time ago in 2020. I've not revisited the 747.
Yeah, I cannot fly the default 7.4 as well. I just can't do it. I have not figured it out. I think it was the first airliner I ever tried to fly when I did not know what I was doing.
Alright, quick reminder, we are doing a flaps 3 landing. And it looks like I can go ahead and go into approach mode here because we're on the localizer. And glide slope. I'm currently indicating about 160, Dev.
Okay. I can't go incredibly slow, but we'll see.
I can keep it at 160 until 5 miles.
Do a 360 on final.
Yeah, because this thing's that maneuverable.
Man, he snapped right back at you on that one. I'm proud of him.
What you got? What
I
you
am
got?
proud of
Hit
him.
that 360.
This is what happens when I get tired.
He's been hanging out with us too long. I got 165 miles for you, Dev.
Sounds good, thank you. I'm trying to get down to 160.
Alright, at MD401, we'll do flaps 3, gear down. Systems. I can see the runway already, so no problems here. Remember, I got a back taxi, so if you're right behind me, you might want to pause again.
You can put it on the numbers and brake hard. You can make a taxiway, but if you can't make that last one, you got a back taxi probably 1,500 feet or 2,000 feet to get back
I
to
see
it.
Yeah, you got Bravo right there. Okay.
Is my landing gonna be the center of attention again? I am gonna assume.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pause so that, for the simple fact that we gotta
It's
watch
paused. It's paused.
it. Okay. I'll probably know more what I want for a cockpit this winter. I live in the Northeast and RC season is short, so I try to squeeze it all in. Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't been outdoors a lot other than having to do yard work here lately just because of the heat we've had. Alright, so let's go back into manage the speed mode. Since dev is paused.
I would do 180 to a 5 mile hour. I try to practice that as much as I can.
2,500.
It's kind of holding at 160 at the moment. That's what I've been doing. That looks.
I like to practice fast approaches for when they make you do on VATSIM.
Yeah, because it gets real hectic there the last 5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for trying to dump speed brakes and then, you know, re-engage them and all that jazz.
Yeah, try doing that in a heavy.
Let me gear at flaps 3. Doesn't go too well. I don't mind the heat at all. I've enjoyed my times in Indonesia right on the equator. See, my body does not like heat.
Nope,
It-
I can't either.
Alright, we're pretty good and clear here, so I'm going to go autopilot off. Little hand flying in. We're doing flaps 3, which is different than I've done with the BFU update, so I'll be curious to see how this flare feels. If X-Plane's night lighting looked this good, I'd be so happy. A little low. Those winds just stopped. That was weird.
Not the energy, though.
Let's go medium brakes. I was forgetting something. Continue.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
My glide slope alarm is too sensitive.
40, 30, 20, retard, retard.
Max reversers. Ooh, we drifted. And let's go max manual braking so we can make this 60 reversers. Nice, really nice. Right? That flare was actually pretty good with the little bit of jumpiness we had there at the end. Love those engine sounds, yeah. Merida traffic, AVIVA 929 clear, Wilmington.
Local traffic, Northwest 1583 is landing on runway 10 right ILS, Northwest 1583.
This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Merida. Weather here's a nice toasty 30 degrees Celsius, about 87 degrees or so Fahrenheit for you Freedom Units people. If you take a look at the left there, we see some shanties off to the right. We got a nice low runway. There's a 747 on final here, so if you guys want to see something hilarious, just check it out. Look at your right window.
Right, I'm 6 out. Or 5 out, actually.
It got dark in this cabin. Makes me think of that Family Guy episode.
What episode? Oh.
Family Guy.
Okay.
Quagmire's a pilot, right? And there was one of the episodes where it showed him flying his aircraft or whatever. And he had to, this is your captain speaking, that's what I was doing. Alright, there's nobody to worry about here, so we're just going to park it right here real quick.
Alright, autopilot off.
Oh boy.
What's oh boy?
The 747 is back in your hands.
Oh.
Come on, it's a joke.
Here's the 1,000-foot marks. Let's see how this goes.
It's looking like it's going pretty quick.
He's right on the peppy lights.
It's looking good so far.
Yeah.
His flaps are the size of my aircraft. Oh, sink rate, sink rate, sink rate.
Looking good.
Oh. Whew.
Not proud of that one.
Can't see the landing gear yet.
I know, I can't see hardly anything on him.
Nice. A+, 2 thumbs up.
It's a little hard, but I don't think it was too bad.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it
it wasn't terrible.
It's better than mine.
Did you guys see that crazy engine strike 747 video?
Oh yeah, that was nuts with the sparks flying and everything.
Lord. But there were so many loads and crazy impacts during that landing. It was insane.
Man, I couldn't imagine.
Right.
Couldn't imagine being on that aircraft. I would have prayed. What is going on with these stupid terminals? Yeah, we're just gonna park here and call it good. Could you? I mean, not only
don't connect to anything.
No, they don't even do it. Oh, come on, brakes. My brakes must be really hot. The brakes weren't working. All right. Oh, you know, we should have. We were so busy trying to watch Dev there, we forgot to turn our APU on. Guess it was. Looks like the ground effects have been fixed. Yes, it no longer is this just float machine that it used to be. Oh, they changed the light for the dome light. Interesting. When did they do that?
In a good way or a bad way?
It's a lot softer. Not as harsh.
And that is...
Good.
Okay. Sometimes I cannot tell what your emotions toward a specific light or switch are.
The world will never know.
Sometimes it's not meant to be known.
I don't think there's a good terminal that's big enough for me here, but we'll see.
It is parked in the grass. APU's available. Bleed on engine 2. No, not start. Off. Engine 1, Michael. It's bedtime.
Just do.
I tried to start my engine 2. Alright, well that was fun. Reset everything in the cockpit here and lets this thing start deboarding us in the hilarious terminal that we're looking at. And I'll start wrapping up. I guess I appreciate everybody joining tonight. We'll be back on Thursday for our usual... Actually, it might be Wednesday. I need to do a quick poll for everybody. We might be moving to Wednesdays. So keep that in mind. Simply because Dev, with his job, is unable to make Thursday nights now. And I think everyone else who's a frequent flyer is flexible enough to be able to join on Wednesdays as well. So we might be moving it to Wednesdays, temporarily, permanent. We'll see. It actually used to be Wednesdays before. Then we moved it to Thursdays for everyone's availability. But it looks like we might be moving back to Wednesdays, which makes it more, you know, in the middle of the week. And, since it is the middle of the week, but, you know, gives us some other opportunities as well, such as joining Tommy and his group with Wheels Up Wednesdays events and things that they do. So, as you are fine with you today, that's great. Hope to see you then. But we'll figure that out this week, and we'll be sure to post a community notification in Discord and on YouTube, just so that everybody's aware of it. Otherwise, hope everybody enjoyed that flight. It was a lot of good conversation. And yeah, until next time. Catch you guys later. And yeah, until next time. Catch you guys later. And yeah, until next time. Catch you guys later.